into the laser. Okay. This takes about 17 seconds, so it's pretty quick. So this is basically just making a dotted line for Dr. Stahl. And that one is finished. And we'll do the exact same to the left eye.
So what's that juice left on there?
That's just the lens.
Oh.
That's not his eye or anything, so now that one is. And you have to put a cone on the laser before he docks. And it's just liquid, it's not juice, it's just the liquid off of the drops that he's putting on, the numbing drops. That suction ring again, just to keep the eye in place.
I'm enjoying that suction ring.
I'm sorry?
I like the suction ring.
Most people don't.
Oh, why? The reason why, because I would think that it helps you keep steady, you know.
It keeps the eye in place as he's docking onto the laser. But that's probably the most uncomfortable part for the patient. And when their vision goes dim to dark, they have some pressure when he docks. So that's probably the most uncomfortable part here that he's going through. The next part will be easier.
So are they still doing at this part, are they still doing doing the flaps at this point, or? The
flaps were created.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that part is finished. And back to the room view. So we started with this laser here where we created the flap, and then he's just going to slide him over to this laser, and that's where we're going to lift the flap up and do the correction.
That's amazing.
So pretty crazy.
They can move him.
Well, the bed's going to move. We just
Oh.
push a button. It's kind of like, a magic bed that just moves. We used to do only one part and then move the patient to a different room for the next part. So technology just keeps changing. Pretty cool. So we're just going to wipe the eye with some iodine and put the drapes on, put the speculum back in to keep the eye wide open.
And who does that? Is that the nurse? Is there a nurse that comes in, like a scrub nurse that does that, or the
That's
doctor
what we
does
do.
it?
Well, we pass the instruments to the doctor.
Oh.
So, yeah. We all kind of move around a little bit, but the doctor's just putting on drapes, but we hand them to him, the instruments and the drapes. And so you can see that flap right there. It's kind of just a circle. And the hinge there is at the bottom, which is really the top. So he's just going to get underneath the edge there and then bring that flap back.
I'm going to be so mad that I'm not doing a really good job with the video. As a photographer's wife, taking bad photos.
And this takes about 20 seconds, or under 20 seconds, depending on what his prescription is, but this is pretty fast as well. So he's just kind of guiding them, telling them where to look. Some bright lights, that's about it.
Was that the noise I'm hearing right now?
Mm-hmm. The laser doing the treatment.
I don't know how they even figure out how to do this.
And it's done.
And can he see at this point still, or is it dark for him?
No, he can see. Yeah, I mean, it's bright in there. It's not dark, so he's just seeing things going across his vision. His vision's going to be pretty blurry. He'll get about 10% of his vision every hour today. So it'll just keep getting better as the day goes. So yeah.
He was pretty bad before.
Mm-hmm. Well, this will be exciting for him. And that's just a thick gel that went over the eye to keep it well lubricated as he's working on the other eye, so it doesn't dry out. We don't want that flap to dry out. So one down and one to go.
And so that just now, they moved the bed for that, or the machine?
Just kind of move the bed over just a tiny bit for the other eye.
Curious.
Yeah, well, it's all electronics now. It's electronic one, pretty cool.
I like that little thing, dude. That little thing he just swept across the eye.
Well, he put a drop on, a
Oh.
tetracaine drop there, so another numbing drop, and he's just kind of wiping it dry a little bit.
So if you were to do this without the numbing drops, would it be painful?
Well, yeah, you can't do it without the drops.
Okay.
Yeah, no. No, you cannot do it without drops.
I don't know if I have nerves. I mean, I think somebody mentioned earlier if I felt pain in my eyes before, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, no, we couldn't do this procedure without drops. And we give you an antibiotic too, and then a comfort drop. So yeah, you need all those to help from any infections too. You know, you can't just start working on an area without numbing it. It's definitely not going to feel good for the patient. I don't think nobody would have this done. Nobody wants pain. So I know I wouldn't. I'd be saying, okay, what exactly are we going to do? So that one's done. He's just putting the flap back in good position. Now that flap usually is down in good position within about 48 hours, so he's going to have to keep it well lubricated and lots of blinking today. To keep
He will
it.
blink, or he should be blinking?
He has to blink.
Okay.
He'll probably won't be in the very beginning because from all the drops they make our eyes feel kind of heavy, so you might want to remind him to blink. Normally we don't think, am I blinking? We just do it. But from some of the drops, they make your eyes feel kind of heavy, and you find that your eyes are drying out because you're not blinking.